Alrighty. Hi guys, welcome to the Little Talk podcast. This podcast is going to be meant for helping people and making people not feel so alone. I'm going to be talking about mental health. I'm going to be talking with other people about their mental health or just struggles and triumphs that they are going through in life as a young adult and as a mature adult. And maybe we will have, a little bit of everybody on here, hopefully. But for right now, this first episode is just going to be me introducing myself and my hopes for the podcast and what my goals are with the podcast. So, my name is Rianna. I am 22 years old, and my mental health journey has been, I've always struggled with depression and anxiety my whole life. When I was around 17 to 19 years old, I would struggle with pretty severe panic attacks. And for me, a panic attack is getting harder to breathe, my cheeks getting flushed, I shake pretty badly, and I can't really get any words out, and I'm just panicking. For other people, it could be different, but that is for me. And I do want to say, before I get too far into this, that I am not a doctor. I'm not a mental health specialist. So if you are struggling, please reach out to somebody and see a professional if you need to, or reach out to a trusted friend. But hopefully listening to this does help you in some way. So I'm going to continue. So that's what my anxiety kind of looked like. For my whole life, I've just felt like I can never catch a break. And I felt like I was always either really, really good and just wanting to do everything that I possibly can. I've wanted to go back to school. I want to, start all these projects, or I'm super depressed and I don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to do anything. So, with talking to my friends about this and talking to my parents about this, about how I'm feeling and how I'm struggling, I was convinced to go see a therapist recently who has honestly changed my life. And I'm so thankful that I started seeing my therapist, because I've learned that I don't have just, your usual anxiety and depression. I am bipolar. So what that means is that I go through episodes of being manic, and then I'll go through episodes of being severely depressed. Sometimes things can trigger the episodes, and other times it's not triggered by anything. And I've had some episodes will last a couple months, and then other episodes I'll feel like one day I'll have a really, really good day, and then sometimes even like halfway through the day, or towards the end of the day, I'll kind of feel myself switch, if that makes sense. And so it's kind of either one, where they can last for quite a while or they can be pretty quick. But that's just for me personally. And going to therapy has helped me so much, just talk through my thoughts and everything that's going on in my head, because a lot of the times when I was younger, I would have scary thoughts and didn't know why I was having those thoughts, because my family is very close, and I have a pretty average, I guess, life. And I always wondered, why do I have these thoughts when sometimes nothing is even going wrong with my life? I'm just having these thoughts of I'm worthless, or I don't deserve to be here. And they were valid because I didn't know that I had bipolar. So when you're in those depressive episodes, things can get really dark, especially if you don't understand what's happening, and especially when you're a little kid and it's happening, because it's very scary. And I didn't want to reach out to anybody because it scared me, and I didn't want others to know what was going on and worry about me. But if I've learned, if I am having those thoughts, the best thing that I can do is to reach out to somebody and ask for help, because no matter how scary you think it is or how bad you think it is, I promise you that there is somebody else out there that could be struggling with either the same exact thing or something similar. Or there's just people that want to help you, and there's compassionate people that are going to be there for you. And if you don't have that in your close circle of friends and family, reach out to a professional if you can, because they really do help so much. And my reasoning for starting up this podcast again is just to try and be there for other people, because the past couple months of learning about my bipolar and looking back at my life in ways that it did affect me without me even knowing it, has really made me reflect and wish that I had somebody else that I could relate to, so that I didn't feel like such an outcast in my own body. And so my story is a little bit different. I mean, everybody's story is different from each other. So that's why I want to, have guests on the podcast and have it not just be me, because my story is unique to me, but everybody else has a different story and something that they're struggling with, because I promise you that nobody's life is perfect, and everybody is going through something or has went through something in their life. So you are never alone in that. And that's pretty much what I want to cover just in the first podcast, because I'm gonna make, other podcasts specifically about my bipolar disorder and specifically about struggling with panic attacks and things like that deal with my mental health and my journey thus far, because I have had a few traumas that have, shaped me into who I am today. And it could have been so easy for me to let those traumas define me and let them win the battle, I guess. But I have been fighting my whole life, and I finally feel like I'm in a good place to start talking about things and to share my story in hopes to help other people. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The podcast is going to be very raw, and it's just going to be just a simple conversation, and that's what I want this all to be. It's just this, I really want this to be a safe space where anybody of any, gender, any race, any religion, anything can come together and share their stories, and people can connect, and it's just a judgment-free zone where everybody can share and, have somebody to talk to, because the internet is so huge in society now. I feel like everybody is on the internet. Teenagers are on the internet. Little kids are on the internet. So it'd be nice to have a space where people can go to and feel safe if they don't have that at home or at school or in their life, if they don't have access to go to a therapist, because it is a privilege. And a lot of people aren't able to go to therapists either because they're too expensive or they don't have insurance or, whatever it is. So I thought that this could be a nice, free place where people can come to and we can talk, and I'll get more in depth about my life and everything that's happened, past relationships, traumas, just my whole life. And I'm excited to share it now because I'm getting stronger, and I'm still not perfect, and I'm definitely learning in therapy that there's a lot that I need to work on. And I'm hoping to just share that knowledge with you guys and share what I learn and how I'm growing with everybody else, and not have it be this embarrassing, thing, because everybody goes through stuff and it makes them who they are, and that's a beautiful thing. If I didn't go through all the things that I've been through, I would not be where I am today. I wouldn't be as strong as I am. I wouldn't be as empathetic as I am. And I'm really grateful that the things that have happened to me. It's just coming to terms with everything and processing it and growing from it, and not letting it define me, and not letting it overpower me, basically. So I hope you enjoy the podcast, and I will be back with another episode. These are going to be kind of random just to start out. I don't really have a set day that I'm going to be releasing content. I hopefully will get on a schedule, but I'd like to have a couple podcasts recorded before then, so that I have some kind of, tucked away in case I can't film that week or whatever it may be. So it'll be a little bit of random release times and everything like that. But please stick with me, because I really think this is going to go far, and I really want to reach out to as many people as I can. So I'm excited to go on this journey with everybody. And if you listen to this whole thing, then thank you so much. And I'm just very excited, because I really feel like something good is going to come from this. So we will see. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So I'll see you when I see you. Bye.